Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to anyone that's listening to this. My name is King-Echeazu, and today I'm going to be talking you through the whole process of me creating my film, Leighton. Leighton is a film where I wanted to create a horror movie. However, this didn't just start with one idea, this started with three ideas. I had an idea about a child that got bullied, or a child that was a bully and had powers, however, that got taken from him, a romance horror film, and then Leighton as we know today. Leighton is something that I hold dear to my heart because it's a film where I feel as if it was just perfect. Like, ideas were there, the production was there, and the people that was involved all came together in the end and created something that I could say that I am proud of. As I'm not mainly a photographer, I'm more of a photographer person. So, all that in general, I would say overall that the beginning parts of creating Leighton was the hardest because just thinking of an idea to create a film isn't an easy task. So I just did multiple, I just did a lot of research, went asked multiple people what they would rather watch, a horror film or the romance, and most people said a horror film. Pardon me, excuse me. And I agree with them because horror movies is my favorite genre. Um, to develop the concept of my film, I did I did three ideas, and I created Leighton. Leighton was my first idea that I had from when I started my media course. I was like, yes, I want to do this, I want to do this, and what I wanted to do at first was implement CGI and try get fake blood. However, I didn't have the resources to do that, so I had to make more research and do other things to make the film as authentic as I could be and as close to the original idea that it could be. Pre-production, I would say, was the longest part. However, it was also one of the easiest parts. It was longest because it was multiple things. So like short lists, um, my proposal, all of that, and I say that that helped me the most because it just gave me like a base. It's like a routine of what to do of when I'm starting to record. So me having the help to do that gave me the confidence to go further and achieve more. Obstacles I faced was I say just trying to get my actors to come on time and record because overall I feel like this should have taken me 3 days max. However, this took me 1 to 2 weeks to do because my actors wasn't very serious. However, when he was actually being recorded, he was amazing. I can't have no complaints. He was a Brit school student, so I could see why Brit school wanted to have him in their school. There was points I had to improvise, of course, when as I said, when I wanted to do CGI and fake blood, I didn't have the equipment to do that. So instead of using fake blood, we used ketchup. We like mixed it up a little bit and added in baking soda to make thicken it up a little bit to make it more of a bloody texture because blood is viscous but not viscous at the same time. I say semi viscous. To refine and develop my idea, I watched a lot of horror films and horror programs, like a lot. Not even just psychological horrors. I watched normal horrors like Final Destination. I also played some horror games like Left 4 Dead as well. So that just gave me more ideas, which fueled my passion for recording. After recording and pre-production, I say the most stressful thing to do was edit and try export my video because in my classroom Everyone else uses a Max, but I'm using like a normal computer. I'm used to using normal computers. However, this computer didn't have a lot of storage on it. So when I was editing at first, I had to go through trials and tribulations just to get a piece of my get a piece of my work out. But however, we managed to make it work in the end, and that's how you're able to see latent right now. I didn't want to add any. I mean, I didn't want to add Foley to my thing because I didn't want to. I wanted this be more authentic, like you're in the thing. So the sounds that was in the film was loud enough, in my opinion. And for soundtrack choices, at first I was going to create my own soundtrack, yeah, because in my spare time I would say that I like to make music, I like to rap, I like to make just like kind of try to make beats, but I'm not very good at making beats. However, I do know how to take inspiration from something. When I hear something and I like it, gonna wanna try recreate it. And when it comes to that, I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like, if you was to see my other work when I recreated Halloween, I'd made the the soundtrack to that myself. And yeah, I feel like overall my most successful stage was, I'll say, editing in general, because editing is not just editing the work; it's also creating things to add into the work. So that counts as editing, in my opinion. So I say that, just the editing overall, because without that, if I didn't edit, the film would just be look all clunky and just in general. The conventions for my genre, I feel like I achieved as many as I could for the amount of time I was allowed to record for, and so I'm happy but not happy at the same time because I feel like I could have done more in the future. I could have done more if I had a longer time limit. And yeah, my peers, they enjoyed the film as well. However, they said it was a bit confusing, but that's understandable because that was only the first draft and not everything was in properly. However, now when I rewatched it over and over again, I saw what was wrong and made it more clearer. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that because usually I'm a stubborn person and wouldn't want to do that. However, recently I've been learning to take other people's ideas into account and not just thinking I'm right at all times. Skills that I developed in this FMP, I say editing. I learned how to edit more clearer and how to produce my ideas in a more sophisticated manner. And this will help prepare me for future projects, as now I know how to edit somewhat. Now I can go home or just in my spare time just refine that, and so I can be a better editor and better for what I want to do in the future. For next year, I want to learn how to try basic CGI so that I can add it in if I was to do something similar to this. Because next year I'm thinking about doing a photography project. However, I feel like I just need to go with the flow and see how I feel and what my heart goes towards instead of my head. Because if I put my heart towards something, I'm going to want to do it more, which is a great thing. However, it's also a bad thing because then if I don't put my mind to it, how can I really put my heart to it? But now at times for what I need to develop is time management and what I do first. Because I'll be honest, I was very behind at first because I was like, oh no, I've got a lot of time to do this. But now I know that for the future, when something's given to me, gotta do it straight away. It's not, oh, I got time to do this. No, do it then and there, so then I have more time to do other things, which is more important. Because then, at least when I do something, I can get feedback and then add into that and then make it better for the future. So that's why I need to do time management and do my work on time, so then I can get more advice. But yeah, that's just all what I have to say for now. That was my evaluation of what I believe was one of the best fields out of everyone there. I'm joking. Everyone else did a great and amazing job, and I'm very proud of everyone in my class. And I hope that for the future we can all achieve better and more and exceed our expectations once again. Because once again, we're all young still, so we all have time to develop our ideas. And I really love that the fact that Mr. Carroll, he's a great teacher and he pushed us hard and hard and hard. Even when we was giving up, he gave us advice and pushed us. He gave us resources, websites to use. So I'm very grateful for what he has done for us and the whole media department in general. Because without Miss Townsend as well, we wouldn't be able to know what to do. Because she's also a great media teacher, no matter what. So I'm very proud of everyone. I'm thankful for everyone that helped me during this time. And a shout out to Mr. Howard as well for helping with the equipment and how to use it. He helped me with color grading on some of my shots as well. So yeah. But that was me. That was Del King-Echeazu signing out once again. Thank you.